Hello and welcome to this Friday's video. Today in the channel, I have a guilt-free dessert. It's my healthy brownies recipe. Yes, you heard that right, they're healthy because they're made with black beans. So let's jump right ahead to the ingredients. We need 1 can of black beans, 3 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar. The sugar is low glycemic and it can be found in the healthy section of your grocery store. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a cup of baking cocoa, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of espresso powder, and this is optional, half a cup of chocolate chips, and make sure that they're good quality. For the full recipe, check the description box down below. So the first step is to set the oven at 350 Fahrenheit. Then I will prepare my pan. I use a square tin. This is a classic 8-inch, and I will cover it with foil. This is a heavy-duty foil. So I like my brownies to be on the thicker side. I will use half of the pan. And what I do is to cover one end with the foil and then fold around the middle again to kind of creating a barrier or a wall. You're more than welcome to do the whole pan. It just will make thinner brownies, so you have to have that in mind, and therefore they will be more dry. So once we have it done, we will set it aside and move on to the next step. To make this batter, we must use a blender or a food processor. So I will start by adding my beans, which are drained completely. There's no need to rinse them. Just add the whole can in the food processor. Then add the eggs one by one. Next, we will add the coconut sugar. This type of sugar is low glycemic, which means that it won't raise the sugar in your blood. Add the baking cocoa for the chocolate flavor, and baking powder to lighten it up so it's not that heavy. I add espresso powder, and this is optional, but it adds a nice deep flavor to the brownie. And finally, add the vanilla. So close the lid and blend away for 3 minutes until the batter is smooth and creamy. Remove the lid and scrape the edges and blend again for 1 more minute. So we're going to add it to the prepared tin. Let's cover with a foil, and the last step is to add the chocolate chips. I suggest to do half a cup, but if you wish to add more, feel free to do so. It just will make it more richer and even more chocolatey and less healthy. Take it to the oven and bake it for about 25-27 minutes. It will depend on the oven. There has been times in which I had to bake it for a little bit longer, up to 35 minutes. Just bake it until it isn't jiggly anymore in the center.
Moments later.
Once it's done, remove it from the oven and it will look exactly like traditional brownies. And yes, wait until they're completely cool before cutting them. They're very fudgy, they have a rich, deep flavor, they're extremely close to the real deal, and you can eat them without guilt. They have good amount of fiber and they will satisfy any sugar craving. Here at home, we eat them warm with ice cream. So if you enjoyed this recipe, subscribe to V's for Baking. Give me a thumbs up and comment down below. I have new videos every Friday, so I wish every one of you a wonderful weekend. And until next Friday, bye bye.